to the Real Deal Fantasy Drill with your host, The Real Deal.
Oh, what a crowd, what a crowd, what a crowd. Welcome back, Pekegama Fantasy Football Leaguers. Week 6 in the books. Let's get right to the scores. First off, Hell's Bells 59 takes down SOD 45 points. Shenko 3 games in a row. 1 catch, no points. Brett Favre, Randy Moss, the big bum, dropping it like a 60-yard bomb on the toss to Moss. Didn't see it. Hell's Bells wins. SOD, you go down. Guru 46 lose to Who's Winning with 49 points. Who's Winning? Yes, wins again, folks. Sack Attack 57 had you picked last week to win. Buddy, you lost. The rookies take you down 79.5. Had Deshaun Jackson playing. Devastating injury for Deshaun Jackson last week. The rookies will get him back in a couple weeks, but had a great game through about 7.5 minutes till he went out. Would have loved to see what he would have done if he'd have played the whole game. Tailgater back on the blocks after losing last week. First loss last week to BTU. This week, 71 points. Takes down the bitches, 43 points. Folks, the bitches is in turmoil. She got rid of Carson Palmer. I don't understand it. They just had a bye week. Terrell Owens, Ocho Cinco, they're going to get that put together. She lets him go. The Guru picks him up. Hey, Guru, way to watch the waiver wire, buddy. She lost. You win. She needs to take Chris Johnson, put him on the market, folks. If you got anything to offer her, you can give her 2 to 2.5, 3 good players for Chris Johnson. If you're listening to me there, bitches, you need to make that trade, make your team better. One guy does not a Super Bowl make. As we move on, she's the man. 46.5. She hate me. 46.5. Yes, folks, it came down to a tie. What's your tiebreaker? Points on the bench. She's the man. Gets it done. 29 points. She hate me has 22 points on the bench. She's the man. Gets the win. Another loss for She Hate Me. What can you do? BTU coming in hot again, people. 64.5 points. Takes down No Clue. The only undefeated team left in the league. 41.5. BTU last week. Takes down the Tailgater undefeated. Takes down No Clue undefeated. We told you his team's getting hot. It's hot. Keep on rolling. We'll see what he does with SOD this week. Now, on to your division standings. Ball Washer Division, 5-1. Tailgater still sits atop. 397.5 points scored overall for the year. Hell's Bells wins again, 5-1. 328.5 points overall for the year. Sack Attack sitting in third place, 3-3, 387.5 overall. BTU still holding that 4th playoff spot, folks. He was 1-3, now 3-3, 344.5 overall. Kind of got tough matchups this week. A lot of his top receivers on byes. Maybe he can get something done. She's the man, 2-4, like we said. Squeaks by. She hates me in a close one. 2-4, 317 points overall. The the Guru. Guru of what? Guru of losing? 1-5, 289.5 overall. Buddy, you ain't even broke the 300 mark. You know you got to get points to get them tiebreakers. But you did get Carson Palmer this week, but I don't think it's enough to help you out that much. But, you know, maybe you'll give it a run. Well, yeah, Brian. All right, Fluffer Division, No Clue, 5-1, takes his first loss again to BTU, 379.5 overall. SOD, 4-2, 314.5 points scored overall. Who's Winning? Still sitting in third place, 3-3 overall, 338.5 points overall scored for the year. The bitches at 2-4, holding slightly. I'm talking, when we're talking 4th, when we're talking 5th and 6th place in this division, it's so close. I mean, the bitches are at 2-4 with 300.5 points scored overall for the year, folks. The rookies at 2-4 in 5th place, 288 points scored overall for the year. He's only 12.5 points off the lead there. So he gets a win and 12.5 points more this week. He'll take that over. She hate me. Yes, we've been on her. She's been horrible. I mean, really horrible, people. She is 1-5, 292.5 points scored overall. But 1 win, a bitch's loss, a rookie's loss. They're all 2-5. She will move into that 4th spot and take that playoff position away from the bitches and the rookies. We got a tight race in this division. We're going to keep on top of it all year and see what happens. Now, let's move on to our top scorers for the week. Who was hot? Who helped your team win? And again, like I always say, if I have one of your players' names on these lists, it's a good chance you won that week. Starting off in the quarterback position, Kevin Korn on the Cobb, folks, with 15.5 points for the week. Drew, can you finally feel that breeze? He finally did something, 14.5 points. First week back off of suspension, Ben want to eat my Roethlisberger, 14.5 points. Then we bring it up with Matt not going to siege my castle, holding strong with 14 points that week. On to the running backs, folks. Here we go. Ryan, stay off my terrain, 16 points. Arian, foster child no more, home with the Tailgaters with 15. LaDania, not washed up Tomlinson with 14. And Joseph, live and let die, finally comes into the top 4 with 10.5 points. On to the wide receivers. It's a throwing league these days. These guys get points. You don't see so much coming from the running backs, but you do see it coming from the wide receivers. Let's see what we got. Jeremy Macklin on yo bitch comes in with 18 points. Dwayne, I used the blow flex with 16 points. Deshaun beat my Jackson, beat it with 14 points. Andre, no more tears. Johnson & Johnson comes in with a hot 13. On to your tight end. Tony, where's my Taco Gonzalez, holding strong with 12 points. Benjamin, sucks that I'm in Cleveland. I know I feel for you, buddy, but you still got the job done this week with 9 points. And Heath, bring me another Miller Lite, comes in hot with 8 points. Now, a lot of people might have looked and seen the commissioner's post this week about tight end scoring changes in our league. I want to let you guys know everybody's been in the league except for the Tailgater and Hell's Bells for the last 4 years. Everybody knows that you get 1 point for every 25 yards receiving and you get 1 point for every 25 yards rushing. CBS had a glitch in their system to where it was not scoring the tight ends correctly. They made this aware to us. We noticed it last week during live scoring when Dustin Keller for She's the Man had like 4 receptions, 75 yards, but they only scored him for 1 point. Okay, we all know he had 75 yards receiving. That should be 3 points. CBS has now updated that, and some scoring changes has happened because this glitch has happened since week 1. So some of the schedules, points, and your positioning in your divisions with wins and losses have changed. Noticeably, She Hate Me 46.5. She's the Man 46.5. She's the Man gets them 2 points once they fix the glitch. She Hate Me loses due to bench points. Also, earlier in the year, there was a couple points that was taken away from She Hate Me. She should have been 0-6 this week. She's not. It's not her fault. It is a scoring glitch from CBS.com. It has been fixed. Everything's resumed, but the rookies actually end up losing an earlier game season. He is not 3-3. He is 2-4. The game ended up 46-46. She Hate Me had more bench points. So I understand that everybody could be a little upset about that. You might have won. You might have lost. It might have all stayed the same, but just keep staying strong. You know the rules. You've been playing for a long time, and keep on keeping on with your coaching. So now, quick to it. Every week we have a guest. This week, no exception. We are now bringing on a guy who has never made the playoffs, a guy who has never really beat anybody. Calls his name Who's Winning. Who's winning this year? He's winning. Who's winning to join the show? Who's winning? How you doing?
I'm glad to be on the show. Thank you very much.
I'm so happy to have you on the show this week.
Thank you very much. How you doing out there?
I'm doing good. Everybody's doing good. First question for you, Who's Winning? You have never made the playoffs. You're 3-3. You're sitting in 3rd place in your division. You got to be in the top 4 to make the playoffs. This year, you're doing a great job, better than what you would normally do, and just want to know your thoughts on that for your year so far.
Playoffs? Shit, I haven't made the playoffs for years. No, I ain't going to make no playoffs, but you know what? I'm going to do what I can do, and maybe a little luck, I can make the playoffs.
All right. I hear that you took on another job to start paying for your fantasy salaries. Yeah, he left the show, folks. I guess he doesn't want me to talk about his other job. So, I don't know what we're going to do there. Who's winning?
Colbert's here! Who needs a cold beer? Need a cold beer?
I'll take a cold beer.
$7.
Did you say beer?
Beer.
Keep the change.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You gonna pay up, sir?
Well,
It's $7?
$7? Okay.
I appreciate it.
No.
And you know what?
That's a 10. Do I get any change?
This is my tip. I'll tell you. You know what? I need all the money I can get.
It's his tip, folks. I don't know what to do there, but we're good to go. Okay, so you did take the other job. Obviously,
Yes, I
you're
did.
selling beer. You got a fancy little name tag and everything.
Exactly.
How's that working for you? Why did you choose to do that?
Because I want to be with the Vikings. You know what? I'm a big Vikings fan, and you know what? I can even go down to the locker room and ask questions down there to help my fantasy football picks.
All right, wonderful. This year, Ryan Grant, top pick for you. Dallas Clark, top pick for you. They've both gone down with season-ending injuries. Your thoughts on that?
Oh, God. I got the curse, man. Sometimes, you know what? You got to overcome all these obstacles, and hopefully I can overcome it again. You know, maybe I can somehow find a way to win. Who's winning?
Who's winning? You're winning this year, buddy. Last question here, not even more of a question, but this week you play the tailgater. She is 5-1, got a pretty good team. Any words for the tailgater?
Tailgater? You know what? You're going to lose again. You know what? Because who's winning? I'm winning. Yep. You're going down. You're going to be in the parking lot on your tailgate. I'm going to be in the stands serving beer. And you're going to be out in the parking lot drinking too many beers out there. And you're going to be too drunk to win.
All right. Who's winning? Thank you for coming on the show.
All right. Thank you.
It was a great segment. We'll see you later on in the season, and good luck this week versus the
All right.
tailgater.
Anyone out there need some cold beers?
Cold beers. Cold beers here, folks. Cold beers. Now, the segment you've all been waiting for, the prediction segment. First, folks, we are going to start out with this. This is our Crow matchup so far through week 6. Real Deal versus the League. Eating Crow. Week 1, Real Deal loses. Eat Crow. Hells Bells wins. But Real Deal is solid through the next 5 weeks. Real Deal 5. Crow 1. Real Deal's better than the Crow, folks. Now, for our weekly matchups, first game we have who's winning versus the Tailgater. Tailgater said you're going to be too drunk to coach your team. I don't know what we're going to do about that. Let's see what the Real Deal thinks. Who's winning? Tailgater. Real Deal gives the win to the Tailgater. Gets it done. She Hate Me versus Hells Bells, folks. This is very, very simple to do. She Hate Me told her, win last week. Come on! She didn't get it done. Hells Bells said, I can't pick against you anymore. You always get it done. Win goes to Hells Bells. No Clue versus Sack Attack. No Clue finally lost his first game. Sack Attack. Strong team, folks. Strong team. He is 3-3, but please beware of his team. No Clue, no chance. Sack Attack wins this week. Bitches versus She's the Man. That's simple, folks. We told you the bitches got rid of Carson Palmer. She's not looking at a roster. She gave up. If she don't trade Chris Johnson before Sunday and get some players on her team to help, she is done. We're giving that to She's the Man. The Rookies versus the Guru. The Guru again with the Fu Manchu. The Rookies. Oh, you were 3-3. Now you're 2-4. Bet you wish CBS knew how to score. Giving the win to the Guru takes you down this week. Here's our Eat Crow matchup, folks. SOD versus BTU. These guys got a in-the-closet rivalry going on. I know they work together. They are always on each other, about each other's team. BTU's telling me he's always got to hear about Brett Favre. He's getting sick of hearing about it. SOD, this week, you're not getting it done. BTU wins. Now, folks, this is the Real Deal Fantasy Drill again. Thanks to all my help, science people, music people, for getting it all done for me. Remember, this is the Real Deal Fantasy Drill. I'm the Real Deal, and I'm international.